Bilyonaryo na nga ba si Pareng Hayb sa edad na 30?
Sumagot ka na lang.
Hindi ko kasi masabi.
Rolex, Patek at milyong halaga na mga relo, meron siya. At pati nga relo ni Joshua Garcia, nasa kanya.
Kay brother Joshua Garcia kasi galing to.
Ano yung pinakamataas na pag-bid nila dun sa relo ni Josh?
May nagbid na nito ng 1.5 M. Pero hindi ko pa rin binibenta.
Pero sino nga ba si Pareng Hayb? Paano siya yumaman? At saan siya nagsimula? Tara, get to know the side B of Pareng Hayb. Be happy!
Kaya lumalaban tayong nakangiti. Punta tayong Green Hills. Very inspiring ang story natin ngayon dahil, naku, hindi nyo maiisip, 31 years old, biglang yaman. Grabe, daming mga ditatak na mga relo. Luxury watches ha. Pero alam nyo, hindi simple ang kanyang naging journey para sa kanyang tagumpay na ito. Tara, kilalanin natin si Pareng Hayb. Ito yung kanilang lounge. Would you believe, nag-start siya online business? TikTok? Isipin mo, kadalasan pag iniisip nating TikTok, yung mga di ba, yung kala mo mga murang mga binibenta. But no, luxury watches, kagaya ng Rolex. Isipin mo yon from TikTok to this establishment now at he's just 31 years old. Can you imagine? Very impressive. So ano nga ba ang success story ni Pareng Hayb? Tara, mas makikilala natin siya.
Pag nagka-interest ako sa isang bagay, talagang sinesearch ko, naaral ko na about it. And I think that's where I get my confidence. When I'm in the room with someone and I have to educate them about something that I've learned, so I'll make sure that I'm the smartest guy in the room in terms of that.
Pero bata mo pa, you think
Well, I think I'm not always right. And I think I don't know everything. Pero I've been always into the learning curve. Andun lagi ako nasa learning curve lagi. Every day I learn something. I think yung humility rin to accept na, I don't know everything. Na every time someone comes, I try to get something. I actually did pa before I was into e-commerce kasi before yun. Tagal ko sa e-commerce. To the point na nagturo pa ako. So, parang gumawa pa ako ng course about e-commerce. First, everything is from one trial basis. Yung e-commerce na yun, tinry ko siya. Nag-try lang ako. Sabi ko, I'll try. So, nag-watch ako ng videos na ako. Okay, ganito pala siya. And then once you are there na, you kind of get little artistic na, dapat may ganito pa, dapat may ganyan pa. Lalagyan ko pa ng ganito, mag-open ako ng website na ganito. And then, when it's effective na, and it works, that's the time when gusto ko siya ituro. And for me, teaching kasi, when you want to learn more about something, kind of want to teach it for you to learn more about it. Ayun, tapos nagka-students pa ako. Puro online na kasi pandemic-based. Puro online lang, Zoom, ganon. So, dun ko na-realize na basta meron akong gustong gawin. One is sinaaral ko siya fully and then later on, tinuturo ko pa siya. No matter how good you are in something that you do, if you can't teach it, wala eh. One-man team ka lang eh. So, the biggest challenge with me is when leadership came, is paano ko maduduplicate yung sarili. Kasi no matter how good you are, kung isang doktor ka lang, kunyari, or isang electrician ka, tapos magaling ka, pero hindi mo rin natuturo, hindi lalaki yung company.
Tell me about your family. Dito daw kayo sa Green Hills talaga?
Yes, I was born here, but I'm half Arab. And then I went to Middle East for 3 years. I studied there. My father really brought me there to learn the language lang. So I went there 10 years old up to 13 years old ako. It was a cultural shock for me kasi I was walking to school. 4 seasons na, may winter, may summer, may spring, may autumn. So, ang hirap for a child like me. But my father was always have been the hardcore guy na kaya mo yun. So, I learned a lot of things. Actually, I think that 3 years molded me to who I am right now. Kasi doon talaga...
Saan doon?
Sa Jordan. Doon talaga ako namulat sa ibang culture. Doon ako namulat sa kahit bata pa nagtatrabaho na. Walang spoiled, walang bibilin mo kung ano yung gusto mo. You get 30 pesos of allowance per day lang. Parang ganun talaga. Doon ako namulat. And then, yeah, I came back here. I finished my high school here, college at FEU. And then, after nun, actually during college pa lang at saka high school, sumasideline na.
Talaga na in
Yeah.
your genes.
Yeah, andun na talaga siya, I think.
Ano ba yung benta ng parents mo?
Not really early, but my father started business when he was, I think, 35 years old. When he was 18 years old, lumipad na siya dito sa Pinas. And ever since he's been here. Nagtapos siya ng dentistry, however, he cannot practice dentistry kasi nga foreigner siya, hindi siya pwedeng makapag-practice. So what he did, well, nag-business actually siya in preparation to go back to the Middle East para makapagtayo siya ng clinic niya doon kasi hindi nga siya pwede dito sa Pilipinas. And then he just found that art into business na he never pursued, not even one day, yung pag-dentistry niya. The first thing, I still remember, I was, I think, 8. I was already going with him. Actually, nag-start siya sa pagwa-watch.
Also?
Yes.
Ay, wow.
I remember him when I was, I think, 8 years old. Nag-watchmaking siya. So, meron pa kami dito sa sobrang liit namin na bahay. Meron siyang isang stand na ginawa niya. It's supposed to be a dresser. For dresser siya na may salamin, for makeup, yung ganon. Pero ginawa niya yung desk niya ng pang mga watches. Tapos gumagawa talaga siya ng mga watches.
Nag-aayos?
Nag-aayos.
Okay.
Actually, I only realized this after me and my mother and my siblings were talking about it yung nung una may shop na.
Oo na, parang oo nga,
Oo nga, no? Parang si Papa dati, ganun. After yung pag-watchmaking niya, nagtayo kami ng fruit stand. It was back in Tomas Morato pa. Alala ko pa, 8 years old ako, pupunta kami 2 a.m. sa Divisoria. Naka-tricycle pa kami, pupunta doon. Yun nga, contrary to other people's na dapat, 2 a.m., matulog ka na, 8 years old ka pa lang. I was really shadowing my father in everything he did. I think doon nang galing yung sinasabi nila na parang ang bata mo, pandayan mo ng dalawa. Because I started really young. Namulat na ako dito sa mundong to. Fruit stand dati sa may Tomas Morato, benta-benta ng mga makeup, kung saan-saan. Yung mother ko, nag-Avon pa ata siya.
Pero ang kaibahan na lumaki yung ginagawa mo eh.
Well, I think experience. Lumaki ito. But a lot of people believe na ito yung parang first business ko, which is not. I've started businesses since 21 years old ako. And I've failed in every each one of them. So, but not to the fail na nalugi naman. There's a lot of form of failure. Most of them, nabawi ko yung puhunan ko, but it did not grow. Ang daming hindrance eh. Minsan cultural, ang daming nagiging disruption sa innovation, sa technology.
Nung college actually, lagi siya natutulog. Lagi namin siya nakikita natutulog lang. Pag sasabihin siya mag-aral, 5 minutes pa lang makikita mo nakatulog na siya sa desk niya. Pero he graduated cum laude. So gulat na gulat kami doon. Ever since talaga, if he's passionate about something, he really does his best. As in with flipping shoes, cell phones, anything at all. Watches, he started din before. Pero yung mga Steinhardt lang. And then when he got the funds na, nag-start na siya mag-Rolex.
Anong klaseng kuya? Ngayon, you're part of the business.
He's very hard on us, to be honest. Pero it's because that he expects a lot from us. Not just from us kasi kapatid niya kami, but from everyone in the company. So he really pushes us to do our best, to strive, to be better. He's the type of boss na hindi ka mahihiya magsabi sa kanya ng problema mo. Any inquiries. Actually, our sales team, frequently nila tinatanong si Hybe na, how's my performance? How am I doing? Because they know they'll receive constructive criticism. Hindi sila takot na mapagsabihan because they know that it comes from a place where they are pushed to grow and to do better.
I heard madami rin siyang failures.
Yes, of course.
Yeah? How does he deal with failure? Nagmumukmuk ba siya?
Hindi. If something fails, it's because he already knows what he learned from it and he already has something to do next. He doesn't allow himself na magmukmuk and to bring him down, basically. So, one company fails, he already has ideas for a next company that he wants to build. Kaya he doesn't really have time na magmukmuk kasi failing na to or like going down, but he has already one that's already coming up.
Ano yung before this one na failing na?
Siguro yung LA Gadget Hub, I would say. Kasi yun yung, actually nakilala siya doon in social media as Crazy Pedring. His skits with si Pareng G actually. They have like funny skits, they're selling their cell phones. But it's because of that na natutunan niya mag-TikTok. And then when he started flipping watches, then he started vlogging his experience trading watches, selling watches, buying watches, which is why we have Pareng Hype now. So again, it's a failure, but it was an opportunity for him to grow. And now we have Gentry, which is much, much bigger than what LA Gadget would ever be if he continued to pursue that. And he didn't, pinush niya yun. For example, ayaw niyang tanggapin na mag-fail na siya. Then we wouldn't have Gentry today. So he accepted that this is something that he had to let go in order for something bigger to come. Yeah.
Anong message mo sa kuya mo?
Siyempre, pagbutihan mo pa. Madami kaming nag-aantay, madami kaming sumusuporta sa'yo. And we're very grateful for everything that you've done. Not just in the family, the company, and that you've always been there for us. Even if may sarili na siyang pamilya, he actually moved closer to us when my father passed away. Kasi dati nasa Alabang siya. And dito kami nakabase. So he moved closer to us because he knew that he wanted to support us, he wanted to help us. Especially may mga siblings pa kami na younger. So he really wanted to be a person that would help us and to be there to guide us in all aspects of life.
So ngayon, may negosyo ka. Nung una, mag-isa ka lang. Ngayon, may sales team ka pa.
Yes.
Ano na ang net worth mo ngayon? 31 years old, ba't ka may bodyguard?
Bodyguard kasi nagmi-meet up ako lagi. Kung saan-saan, di ba? Minsan may dala akong relo. Now, you always want alam mo, it's better to have one than not need it.
And
than
not
need one
and not have it.
Di ba? So, parang, actually, it came from a lot of pursual with my team na, ay, mag-bodyguard ka
Kailangan
naman.
mo na.
Kailangan mo na. Ako, ayoko, kuripot ako. Sobrang kuripot. Bakit ako gagastos na ganyan? Ayoko, wag na ako, ba't pa ako magbabodyguard? Pero, you know, you have to be more realistic and acknowledge the possible threats that you're gonna have in this world. So, net worth.
Sumagot ka na lang.
Hindi ko kasi masabi. Kasi net worth, I don't believe in such thing as net worth. If you say net worth, kunyari, meron akong company na I've been generating 5 million pesos in 1 month, kunyari. So, you times it by 10, parang ganon. So, you're saying 50 million, so yung net worth mo, blah, blah. So, I'm not sure kung ano yung net worth ko ngayon, honestly. But, I would say more than 100 times of what I was 2 years ago. Kasi namulat ko yung industry. Like, for example, yung mga tao kasi before na actually had the Rolexes, they didn't know the value that came with it. So I kinda opened the doors lang for people to realize the value that they have and where to put their money.
Nag-usap na ba kayo sa presyo?
Ayun na
Tayo magkakatayo. Ang ano dyan, asking namin dyan is 750, no? Yeah. So, ang bigay ko lang sa'yo, 750. Bawasan natin ng 10, 740. Di. Wala nang... Boom! Ganun ka malis! Brother! Maza! Ganun ka! Madali ito!
Siguro biggest purchase ko to sa buhay ko, 4.6.
25.
25.6 bro. Sige na bro.
May top weight, 4.6.
Bili pa ako sila maraming beses bro.
Sabi na magic word!
Tanood nga palagi yan bro. Napanood ko kanina, sabi mo, sige na, next time, pabawiin mo ako next time. Sige na bro, bawi ka next time. Sabi ko sa'yo.
Nakita mo, nanginig ako eh.
Anong meron si Pareng Hybe?
Cut the gap and break down that barrier, dealing with luxury things in a very informal manner. Parang kami nakikita, parang nagbibiruan lang kami ng client. You don't see that when you go to Lucerne. They're very strict. Andoon yung traditional feel and yung traditional na culture of dealing or selling luxury goods.
And you feel luxury when you go to their stores.
Contrary to popular's beliefs, sabi nga nila sa akin, mga luxury yan, you should handle it with so care and you should be very professional. Na na-realize ko lang with other people, especially Filipinos, they don't like formal. They don't like it na parang I treat them in a very formal manner, na I will treat them in a way na parang I'm really a salesman. Kasi nobody wants to be sold at, but people love buying. I made it a way in terms of parang tropa lang tayo, we're just friends, and then you want this watch, you can enjoy it. It was accidentally lang na na-figure out ko na gusto ng tao yun. I think what made other people really realize that what they wanted is when they saw entertainment na dun sa ginagawa ko. when I post my vlogs, nakita nila parang informal ako, they kind of want to experience that same experience. Contrary to dati na ang gusto nilang ma-experience is how a luxury boutique would treat them.
Yeah.
Pero right now, parang mas gusto nilang ma-experience yung ganong usapan. Biruan, usapan, di ba? Parang wala lang. I think they got hooked up with the videos na talaga.
It's your generation's time na may mga videos.
Yes.
Parang na-merge nyo eh.
Yun na nga eh.
Yun yung blessing of your
yes.
generation. Kasi, there's video. Iba yung market ninyo ngayon suddenly. No? Iba yung playground.
Very much different.
No.
Actually, they had their way na in life eh.
Oo.
Ngayon eh. Like parang they have a lot of options.
Hindi ba mahirap patunayan na, uy, pagkatiwalaan mo ako. Una sa lahat, bata ka, online. Ngayon, may tindahan ka na, pero noon wala kang tindahan.
Before, I think, mahirap lang sabihin na pagkatiwalaan mo ako when they don't see a familiar face. The reason why I established yung mga videos is to show people na I really been dealing. And there's a lot of done deals na nangyari. And a lot of people have been...
Hindi ako tatakbo. Ito,
Hindi ako
napaka-transparent
tatakbo.
ko.
Napaka-transparent ko, even with my profits, napaka-transparent ko. Makikita ng tao yon. It's actually a kind of reverse psychology lang. Na some people are saying, bakit mo sinasabi yung profit mo? Magagalit yung kliyente mo, alam nila kung magkano ka tumutubo. On the other side, on the flip side naman for me, sabi ko hindi. Mas magtitiwala sila kasi I'm so transparent in that area. What more can I hide? I kind of always do what other people believe that is not right. Unang-una, competitors ko, tinutulungan ko, nag-vlog ako. I vlog my competitors. Sinasabi ko, guys, ito, may shop siya, may page siya, follow niyo siya. He's also a dealer of watches. And one time, may nag-comment agad actually sa akin na sinabi na, parang, hey, ba't mo ginagawa yan? Sayang. Business, keep it to yourself. Parang ganon. Hindi sabi ko, kasi small minds compete, big minds collab na. So, yun yung ginagawa ko. I always do collaboration. And I think it was a gateway for a healthier community.
Kumusta relasyon nyo ni Pareng Hayb?
Matagal na kami magkaibigan since college. Parang first year, nag-tip natin siya. Kasi kami nagbenta ng kung ano-ano sa maliit yung parang namin. Kaya wala namin kumita.
Negosyante din daw yung pamilya mo.
Yes. Galing sa retail industry. Same with Pareng Hayb. Kaya siguro parang dali na lang yung ginagawa na. Nasa dugo na ay parang...
Oo, nasa dugo na. Hindi na mawawala yan.
Pero yun, tsambahan parang...
Tsambahan.
Pang chill lang. Pero may trabaho din naman.
Yes.
Parang chill.
Parang ganito ako naging work. Real estate ako, tapos naging e-commerce ako. Sa crypto kami. Lahat yung kasama ko siya. Except lang sa real estate.
Ako yung naging kliyente niyan. Sa Gentry na condo naman. Hence yung Gentry na ano. Gentry Residences sa may Salcedo Village, Ayala.
Bakit Gentry?
Bakit Gentry? Dahil doon, nagustuhan ko yung Gentry na name na since yung nakabili kami ng condo sa kanya before. Yeah, nakabili kami ng condo sa kanya before. Real estate agent pa siya noon. Nabudol niya yung father ko. May konting ipon. Wala siyang benta na awa. Sige nga, bili ako ng isang condo sa'yo. Alveo yun eh. Ever since yung Gentry, sinerch ko, it means luxury pala. It means high class.
Let's talk about being Muslim in the Philippines. Kamusta naman yun for you?
Mas madali siya.
Parang mas madali. Kumpara
Parang
saan?
Philippines is not yung sobrang religious na people.
Okay.
Right? So, if you're a Muslim sa country na sobrang religious, there could be some friction eh. But here, we're like an open country and we respect each other's beliefs. Kaya yun yung nagiging sobrang dali. Like even for my friends, kunyari nasa college ako o kaya kahit lumalabas kami.
Pero okay lang.
Oy bro, dasal lang ako ha. It's not weird. Hindi ka matutukso na sabihin na baka bakit ko sasabihin yun, baka asarin ako o kaya kasi hindi nila ako maintindihan.
Pero hindi ka natanggap doon na FA? Dahil...
Yes. Speaking of FA, when I finished kasi my college bachelor's degree, I went to St. Luke's. So, after ng St. Luke's ko, 2 years ako doon, nasa customer service ako. I tried to get a job as an FA. Parang 33 kami noon, parang 1 or 2 na lang kami sa pinaka-pool. At first, I got the job na. However, I understood na there could be some friction because of my religion. Kasi sa amin, if bawal sa'yo yung isang bagay, hindi mo rin siya pwedeng ibenta. Or hindi mo siya pwedeng i-alok. Tinanong ako ng panelist doon on our executive interview na, ang sabi sa akin, what would you do? If unang-una, yung food na i-offer has pork, sinabi ko, I won't do it. And paano pag yung employee food is also pork? Sabi ko, I won't eat it. Pagdadala na lang ako ng abaon ko or something ganyan. The usual parang reasonings na lang para matanggap ka. Which backfired kasi bawal yun eh. Marami palang restrictions around the world na bawal ka magdala ng food. To sabi ko mag-iipon ako and I will bring an oat milk. Bawal ako makapasok ng New Zealand kasi bawal magpasok ng milk doon, something. So they saw me more as a liability than an asset. In spite of that, I can speak multiple languages. So, doon naging hindrance na sinabi nila that we have to review my application ulit.
Kasi noon, gumawa ako ng story about Muslims. Nakita ko yung discrimination noon. Has it ever happened to you?
Actually, to my surprise, never.
Ay, luckily.
I can say it on behalf of other people that have been into Middle East. Like Jordan, like pumunta sila ng Saudi, like pumunta sila ng Dubai, UAE. They see how it's very different to what the Western civilization is portraying on their
Totoo naman.
movies, ganon.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw it as a blessing.
Bakit?
Ever since, kasi my father is a very religious person. Like, he wouldn't cut any lines just for the money. And that's one thing I've learned from him talaga, is how to be that religious. I'm very religious. Actually, hindi halata lang. Yung iba nga, recently lang nalaman ng Muslim ako. But I'm really very religious. I can read fluently and straight yung Quran namin. I can Arabic siya. I can understand. And I see it as a blessing always kasi whenever there is a threat to my business or an opportunity, I always consulted my religion first before I actually got into it. So we have that way in our religion, like even the best opportunity, we don't just grab on it. We see kung ano ba tong opportunity.
Eto, paano mo kinonsult yung religion mo for this business, for example?
Actually, like for this business, kasi sa amin, this business is okay. Wala naman siyang any other friction. The only friction that it has in some brands, like kunyari, Vacheron Constantine. So, si Vacheron Constantine has a cross in it. That's their logo. Actually, yung partnership namin ni Pareng G, doon nag-grow. Kasi before, when I had a Vacheron Constantine na watch, may nagbenta sa akin or nagtitrade sa akin. Since may cross siya, I don't associate with it. So, hindi ko nabibilhin. Hindi ko rin siya ibibenta. So, sasabihin ko kay Gerald, sa'yo na. I give the opportunity to you. So, even if pag magbebenta, kunyari may Vacheron si Gerald na gusto niya ibenta, na ibibenta ko, whatever profit comes from that, I don't get a dime from it. Because I don't want to get something from something that's against my religions.
Nung bata ako, naririnig ko, DVD. I don't know, how do you deal with that? Or how does it, pag naririnig mo?
Nakaasar din ako noon. Kasi popular dati sa Quiapo, kahit even sa Green Hills before, yung mga nagbebenta ng mga DVD are yung mga Muslim natin na brothers and sisters. Which is, I think, doon nagsimula yon. For me, I don't support that din kasi yung pagbebenta ng mga DVD, diba? Mas nakaasar ako na Bombay dati kaysa doon sa part na yun na kahit kasi Muslim. I was more on na inaasar ako dati dahil sa features ko na hindi ako mukhang 100% na Pilipino. Doon siya nanggagaling eh. So yung pag-DVD, hindi naman ako na doon, hindi naman ako na-bother, hindi rin ako masyado na-asar about doon.
Pero alam mo kung pag-iisipin ko, no? Parang dile-level up mo rin yung that trade ng pagiging Muslim somehow with what you do.
Yes, actually, to be honest kasi in this world, when you're a Muslim and you do something, it always associates to you being a Muslim. So, you're a Muslim, tapos nagnakaw ka. Yung mga Muslim magnanakaw. Generic agad. Pag Muslim ka naman, tapos nagbenta ka ng mga candy, ay mga Muslim nagbebenta ng candy. Hindi si Hybe nagbebenta ng mga candy, yung mga Muslim eh. Which is, I would say, Islam and being a Muslim is like other religion then. Islam is one way, and that one, practicing Islam, is another way. So if I were to drink alcohol, it doesn't mean na pwede mga Muslim uminom ng alcohol. It's just ako, may nilalabag lang ako na batas sa amin, di ba? I'm sinful when I do that, pero it doesn't mean na pwede yun. Ang difference, pag Muslim ka, whatever you do associates na agad doon sa pagiging general na pagiging Muslim na.
Don't worry, ganyan rin sa Filipino. Kawawa rin ang Filipino race. Pag lumalabag, Filipino kasi yan, hindi.
Oo.
Di ba? Para
Exactly.
iba brand mo agad.
Yes, exactly. Nasa stereotype tayo. Which is, happens din yun sa pagiging Muslim. Ganun din naman.
Pero kung
May
lumaking gano'n,
stereotype.
nakakabisit rin siya.
Yes. Pero also, that what motivated me to be the best image of being a Muslim. Hindi ibig sabihin na Muslim ka, ang ginagawa mo lang, nagbebenta ng DVD. Hindi ibig sabihin na Muslim ka, terorista ka. Yung alam mo yung ganon, like, there are a lot more terrorism that's happening in the world that we don't know. And mostly, ang na-oppress pa are Muslims, especially sa Middle East. Grabe, if you were there. Like, I've seen young age, like 10 years old, kinikwento paano binaril yung kaibigan sa harap niya. Yung mga ganon, dahil they're oppressed by the government, they're oppressed by Western civilization. Kaya, yun yung mga hindi kasi media controls everything naman. We know that naman.
Pero ngayon, you have your own.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yun yun. Actually, I think we're moving into a very decentralized media. Kaya ang daming biglang nagiging propaganda or nang dami ngayon namumulat yung tao na nagkakaroon na ng sides. Kahit sabihin mo pag mga Muslim terrorist o kaya pag mga nasa Middle East.
Or the good Syrian ba? Merong good Syrian. Yung, yung
diba?
nagbibigay ng tulong.
Yes.
Ngayon, you can openly say, I'm Muslim and you've achieved so much. And you sinabi mo you want to be a good image. Mukhang
Yes.
na-achieve mo nga, no?
Well, hopefully. Kasi actually, hindi naman ako very vulgar na sinasabi ko sa tao na I'm a Muslim. Ganon. Na sinasabi ko na, guys, I'm a Muslim ako. Hindi ko sinasabi. Actually, a lot of people right now, up to this day, are confused. Muslim kasi parang hype. Kasi pag nagtithank siya, nagsasabi niya, thank you, Lord, eh. O kaya, thank you, God. Everything's from God's grace. Gumaganon ako, eh. So, ang yan nila, hindi Muslim yan. Bakit God? Bakit hindi Allah?
Bakit nga? Anong paliwanag mo?
Ang paliwanag ko, it's still the same. It's the same eh. We say God every time. We say God always. We always do that eh. Hindi naman namin sinasabi lang na parang Allah lang. Na ganun. Hindi eh. Because Allah is God. Lord, same thing, di ba? Kaya thank you Lord, gumaganon ako. Sabi nila, nakaka-confuse. Bakit ganun? Hindi naman ata siya Muslim. Hindi ganun ang Muslim. No, it's just the language eh. And for me, to know English, to know Arabic, to know Tagalog, to know Ilocano. So, for me, alam ko kung paano laruin yung mga wordings lang to be more accepted sa mga tao.
To connect.
Exactly. To make it a little softer sa ears ng tao na they would absorb it. Kasi pangit pag something I really learned is how to be in the other people's shoes. Always when you speak. Isipin mo kung makakasakit pa. Kung if you could have used other words na mas acceptable or would make them more comfortable.
Nasaktan ka na ba ng sockmed ng ibang tao?
Actually, no.
Baka depende kung paano mo tinitake, no?
Yes.
Baka nga hindi mo alam, ininsulto ka na, pero...
Actually, nakikita ko ininsulto ako. Pero kahit yan, yung mga team ko, pag nagabasa ako, grabe ang barat mo. Pero para ako natatawa ako. Hindi nila ako nakikita na nababad trip ako and some other people's comments. I think nakafocus na ako sa goal ko na I don't care about what people will say as long as I know that I'm not doing anything wrong. Kasi a lot of people can portray things that you're doing good to something bad. Kahit nga pumunta ka ngayon sa street, mamigay ka ng 1,000 eh. Grabe, ginamit pa yung bata para lang magpakita ng good image sa social media. Other people will God bless you, ang galing. Sana marami ka pang matulungan. So, ang daming views eh. Sa akin, I think I'm able to neglect both. Hindi ako nahahype doon sa mga nagsasabi, ang galing mo pareng high, hindi rin ako naiinis doon sa nagsasabi na masama kang tao.
Ano lang?
I just know that what I did is good and I'm gonna do it. Dito lang ako, focus lang. Bahala kayo kung ano sabihin.
Magkano nga ulit ang asking mo, madam?
Bakit kayo dito nagpunta?
Kay PARENG HAYB po kasi siya na yung trusted din ng lahat eh. Tsaka in terms of watches, kuha niya yung loob din ng masa. And yun nga yung trust ng tao.
Eh, ang dami naman pwedeng pagbilhan. Mas mura ba sa kanya? Ano bang meron si PARENG HAYB at ang Jen?
Iba kasi din yung pag-promote niya sa TikTok. In a way, share niya yung journey niya. Parang mas makatao, makaka-relate ka as a human being. Yun nga po, relatable. So, nakuha niya yung tiwala ka doon.
Anong plano mo ngayon?
I think is to focus really on this business. There are a lot of opportunities, honestly. Before, I've already learned in so many businesses that I put, may mga iba pinagsasabay-sabay ko. It's not gonna work. You know, a lot of people saying pag businessman ka, dapat very diverse ka. May business ka rito, may business ka rito, may business ka rito. Yes, I have a little business here. But I'm no longer the managing partner always. Iba ang pinagmamanage ko na. I can invest on something, pero I cannot put not even 10% of my time to that. I put 99% of my time, 95% at least, dito kay Gentry Timepieces, and I focus on it 100%. I'm not only the back end here, I'm not only the head, I'm also the face. Kaya pag ikaw naging face ka, naging back end ka, naging head ka, ang dami. Sobrang busy, puyat ka lagi, pero it's a good problem.
Passion pala si Pareng Hayb sa mga
Yes,
relo niya.
sa mga relo.
Suot-suot niya ngayon.
Yeah, kay Brother Joshua Garcia kasi galing to.
O, diba?
Ang dami na nag-email sa amin, nagbibidding na sila, na gusto nilang bilhin. Yes, kasi lumabas nun sa vlog, tapos nag-millions of views. So, pero hindi ko pa rin binibenta.
Ano yung pinakamataas na pag-bid nila dyan sa relo ni Josh?
May nag-bid na nito ng 1.5 M.
Gusto niyo ba bilhin yung relo ko?
Wag!
Magbebenta ako ng relo kung bibili yung 2 million.
Pero in this industry, may matututunan ka na not everything is about money. Same pag pumunta ka kay Rolex, may dala kang pera, kahit may dala kang 10 million, doon wala kang mapipili. Hindi ka nila pagbebenta. Ganun lang din. So now I understand why.
I bet yours is sentimental reason.
Well, sentimental reason din, pero at the same time, may parang very, yung demand. The more people want this, the more that I won't sell it muna. Parang ganun. I don't think if I'm ever gonna sell it, pero ang ganda niya kasi, and I like white dials kasi.
Time. Detalya ng negosyo mo. How do you look at time now?
Ang bilis ng time ngayon, honestly. Other than I'm selling timepieces, time is one of the
Hinahabol
most...
ka ba?
Well, wala naman akong hinahabol, honestly. I've never had that goal in life na dapat pag 30 ako ganito na, dapat pag 40 ako ganito na. Never. Parang bullshit siya para pag sinabi ko na 40 years old ako, dapat retire ako. When you have that in your DNA, na maging negosyante ka, up to your last day, nagninegosyo ka pa rin talaga. Enjoy ako in what I do.
Which part of it?
Interacting with people, leading other people, and of course, giving them opportunities in life. Kasi, honestly, right now, goals change every day. First goal ko dati, kumita ng pera. Yan naman lahat Nagninegosyo ka kasi gusto mong kumita ng pera. To the point na, wait, maganda yung cash flow natin, we wanna make sure na masaya na yung customers natin. Otherwise, this will all collapse. And if you want long-term, more on quality na over quantity yung hinahanap natin. There are a lot of people that we do not cater to them na. Dati, pag sinabi sa akin, nasa Bulacan ako, hatid ka dito, kita yun ba't di ko gagawin? Pero right now, hindi. There's a lot of things more important. Is it worth it na pumunta doon? Pag pumunta naman tayo doon, baka malate tayo, o kaya gabing-gabi, baka ma-compromise yung service din natin doon sa client. So, a lot of things, a lot of factors na, and then, nagiging ang talagang opportunity na nakikita ko ngayon and things that I have to be focused on is how to expand and how to grow the business with its people. Not really just the business na mag-grow, tapos puro numbers lang yung nag-grow. It's also the people na started with you when you were nothing. And right now, may kinikita sila, nakakapaglagay sila ng food on their table. And also, syempre, nakakaipon sila for themselves. So doon ako most na, parang, tama nga yung sinasabi dati, hindi ikaw ang boss. Mas boss yung mga tao. They are your boss. They're external customers and internal customers. These are internal customers that you have to cater more at first para yung foundation ng company mo malakas. And then, they will take care. Without you telling them, as long as you take care of your people, they will take care of your customers. So yun yung nakikita ko talaga, expansion, and yung tao talaga, yung people ko dapat sabay-sabay kami pa.
And that's the other side of Pareng Hayb. Be happy!